Hey everybody, welcome to this week's EISTIBVS weekly business meeting. Uh, we we are on episode 3. A few updates this week. Let me share some things with you. Uh, Dun dun dun. All right. So, couple of updates here on our Q2 OKR scoreboard. So the first one, select first single and begin production. That's completed. Uh, the second key result, build out social media profiles on 3+ platforms. That is also completed. Right now, the thing that is um, in progress is the build the Q3 content release plan, which actually I have some updates on that as well uh, that I did after this document was put together. I'll share that here in a moment. So last week's commitments was testing out production software on the new MacBook. I did not get to do that. I've got most, if not all, the programs and plugins uploaded to the MacBook, but I'm still waiting on a couple of peripheral items in order to connect it to my interface. I'm hoping those will be in by the end of this week, actually in a couple of days. So update master originals and cover worksheet. So I did do that. Actually, um, I'm gonna open my EISTIBVS folder here real quick. And so I created a new worksheet. I've got different tabs here, one for originals and one for covers. So here is the worksheet right now. So that's updated. And then I created a covers, listed all the covers in here, and kind of where I'm at with these. So kind of take a look. Um, Kicking Desire back up, and got a couple of other cover song ideas that I put here toward the end. So thinking about doing a Danzig song, and also a Machine Head song. One of the first ones I heard when I first got into them off of the Burning Red album. Um, and then also a cover song I actually started working on uh, last year. So I've got it stored somewhere. I'm going to try to do a cover of Post Malone's Texas Tea. So, um, so yeah, I'll be on the lookout for those. Uh, and then let's see, going back here. So that's completed, and begin Q3 content and release plan. So again, I'll share some updates on that here in a second. What did not work well and what I'm adjusting. So the main thing is the MacBook software testing. I was not able to get started on that. Um, Something I'm adjusting for next week. Uh, this one I need to update here. I'm not blocking it on Tuesday. I've got time blocked off, I believe, Thursday afternoon. to do some testing, and I've actually already started on the Q3 plan draft. Um, the main blockers we talked about um, was getting the pieces I need to get that started. Um, and as for the Q3, I reprioritized that. So this week's commitments, I'm going to complete the first draft of the Q3 content release plan, put in some ideas for cover release dates and content themes and the like. I am going to test the MacBook this week, and I need to review the Q3 plan against our OKRs to identify the top 3 priorities for the first week of Q3. So how aligned do I feel this week? So out of a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to say an 8. Some things that I did not put in here, but um, I definitely was struggling on getting organized with the work that I was doing, um, when to do it. And actually, on I started working with Claude to help me build out some things related to that. So now what I've done is I've blocked off specific days for specific types of work, just to kind of show you a little bit what that looks like. So um, I put headers on the top of my calendar. So these are the the themes for each of the days. So my Mondays are always going to be weekly planning um, for everything EISTIBVS, amateur pro music, and so on. And start my Monday off getting the week planned, which is why there's a bunch of blocks in here now because I did that this morning. Tuesday is going to be my primary focus for getting all the content and stuff needed for amateur to pro music. And then Wednesday, I do half days, although this week I have an on site meeting. But Wednesdays are half amateur to pro music, half contract work for the work I do outside of all of this. And then Thursdays and Fridays are predominantly focused on contract work. Also, I blocked in some time here for those who may not have heard or know. I play guitar in a band called Seven Factor, um, which is Seven Dunbar's industrial metal project. We have a show July 19th, I believe. We are supporting Crossbreed in Tampa, Florida. So any of my Floridians want to take a trek to Tampa, it's going to be a good show. But I'm spending a few evenings this week focusing on learning a lot of the new songs that are in the set list. So I've got that blocked in there as well. And also kind of going back, I want to share you Q3 plan draft. So a friend of mine shared a template for how to map out social media content and stuff like that over the span of 3 months. And I took that and shared the details with Claude to help me draft out an initial plan. And this is kind of what I have. So as like what I did in a previous amateur pro music video, I talked about the 3 phases of social media content. A lot of people focus on phase 3, which is the promotion side of things, but they skip the first 2 parts, the first one being awareness and the second one being connection. So making sure that's plotted in here. And here are the content buckets that I'm looking at right now. And The main one is behind the process in the awareness phase. So these weekly meetings, studio clips, collaboration moments with AJ and Seven, showing the work and not just the result. I've got a few other behind the process ideas because in the next couple weeks, there's going to be a lot of studio related work with this. And then the other one is the story. So why EISTIBVS exists, the real thing, tension, the vision, reason the project was built, stuff like that. Um, and uh, and then the next phase of the journey. So different progress updates and so on. And then we'll move into the promotion side of things when we actually have solid dates for when we're planning to release the songs and kind of get that on the calendar. Cadence and channel strategies. So the main platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail with this, but this is the initial draft. I'm going to work on this and refine it a little bit more this week, just so you can kind of see, kind of sharing things on like the cadence and the rhythm for the content, and then start building out the foundations for broken down by July, August, and September. So kind of the different themes here. Yeah. And then when we start doing the single release, like the different phase activations for that. So we're going to be testing out those things. Yeah. So just, a couple closing items. If you are a serious musician and you're wanting to take your stuff seriously, join the amateur to pro music Skool community. To join the community is free, and you can see and learn the artist operating system. And some of you are going through this right now. This is actually going to be used as an example in the Skool community. I'm rebuilding the artist operating system course in the Skool community, and in the course I'm going to share examples of each of the phases, from creating your mission, creating your vision, creating your SMART goals for the year, creating quarterly OKRs or objectives and key results, and having effective weekly meetings. And this is going into that. Sorry about that. Kind of got cut short there. But yeah, if you are looking for assistance in building your artist operating system and going through that, if you don't want to do it by yourself, I do offer building the artist operating system for you at the VIP level, which is just $99 a month or $9.99 for a year. With that, I help build out your artist operating system. You get a free strategy call with me every month, and also a quarterly OKR reset once a quarter. All that is included for the VIP package. Normally for the what I charge for doing the actual work of building out your artist operating system is about $300. So you're already getting a better deal if you sign up for the monthly subscription. Yeah. So hope lots of progress. Looking forward for the next few things. Feel free to reach out, and see you next week.